Right lads, it is quarter-final of the Carabao Cup. Newcastle United are 3 games away from Wembley, same as last year. Quarter-final against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Gonna be a very tough game. Chelsea are quite good at home. We are very shit at Stamford Bridge over the years. It's going to be a tough game, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Obviously, both teams have played Saturday, big one on Tuesday. Will there be rotation? But in today's video, we'll look at Chelsea, how they're going to approach the game, players that are going to play for them, how Newcastle are going to play in the game, how we're going to approach the match, and round the preview off there. There will be a predicted team video tomorrow, and then obviously the game is on Tuesday. So let's get it now, boys. Let's look at Chelsea. Right then, Chelsea. Obviously, we all know they've had a very funny season. They always have. Sitting 10th in the league with 22 points. They are 7 points behind Newcastle. We did play them November just gone. It was about 4 weeks ago, and we beat them 4-1, which was a big result for Newcastle. Obviously smashed them at home, but it's different away from home. But we'll look at Chelsea in the meantime. So yesterday, 2-0 against Sheffield United. I think I'd be really concerned as a Chelsea fan if they didn't win that match. Sheffield United at home had a 2-0 written all over it and struggled to find the way into the game, but Cole Palmer and Jackson got the goals. Palmer's proven to be one of the big threats for Chelsea at the minute, but looking at the way Chelsea have been this season, they've been much better at home than away, much better. We look at the last 4 games, the last 2 away games they got beat, but the last 2 home games they won. And then obviously got beaten Newcastle, drew that Man City game, beats Tottenham. It's towards the start of the season where their form wasn't great. They picked up a couple of wins there and there, but looking at the squad that played that game against Sheffield United, I expected a couple of changes there and there, but nothing. I think Pochettino, like he's a very stubborn manager. He likes to keep what he's used to and what he's wanting to do with his squad. So look at the team. They've only got one goalkeeper, and that's Pretovic. He's came in, made a clean sheet in his debut. Defence, Colwell, Badler, Cisse, Thiago Silva, Digassi. We had one. You've got 2 centre halves in fullbacks, but obviously I know Chilwell and Gusto and Reece James are out. Midfield, Caicedo, Conor Gallagher. Been rumours that Conor Gallagher's leaving, and obviously I think Newcastle will link with him in the summer, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. He's probably been one of Chelsea's best players this season. Forward line now, Mudrik's been a bit of a disappointment. Cole Palmer's been really good for Chelsea, but they're probably their best player on form at the minute. Raheem Sterling loves a good game against Newcastle, and then obviously Nicholas Jackson up top. So let's have a look at their injuries and whatnot for the game. Enzo Fernandez started on the bench. He came on. Broja came on. Gusto came on. Their bench does look still quite weak. One big player on the bench is Nkunku, but will Pochettino play their star man, their best player? Obviously he's not made his Premier League debut yet, and the first time he's been on the bench for Chelsea was on Saturday. Will he make his debut on Tuesday? Potentially. I think if they're getting beat against Newcastle at a 1-0, he need that bit of class. And who's the man, he was electric for Leipzig over the last couple of seasons. Players that they've got out, they've got a lot of injuries, same with Newcastle, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with their team. But I think Chelsea would need a trophy. They've not won a trophy in a couple of years now. I can't remember the last time they actually did win a trophy. Might have been the FA Cup. I don't know. I really don't know. But it might be in the Europa League, thinking of it. But would they take a bad league position to get a trophy? I think obviously they've got no European football. Newcastle don't anymore. But will Chelsea go for it? Go for the cup and focus a little bit less on the league? Obviously, if I'm a Chelsea fan, I absolutely want to go and win that cup. Why wouldn't you? You had a poor season last season, and this season it's probably us, West Ham, Liverpool and Chelsea are the favourites to win the competition. So really, if whoever wins this game then gets an easy semi-final, could they see themselves in Wembley again? It's quite an important game if they are concentrating on the cup. I think with Newcastle being knocked out of the Champions League and not going through into the Europa League, I think that will play a bit more of importance on this game. But for Chelsea having nothing forward apart from the FA Cup, they're not going to win the Prem, might not even get European football in the Prem, and then they've just got the Cup. I think obviously if they win the Cup they get Conference League, why not? If I'm a Chelsea fan, I want to go for this competition and try and get it, but as I mentioned before, Newcastle aren't great at Stamford Bridge over the years. I can't remember the last time we actually won at Stamford Bridge, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's speak about Newcastle then. Right then, Newcastle, obviously as we all know, our form dipped massively. Defeat Everton, defeat Spurs, defeat AC Milan. We had 11 shots on target against us, conceded 9. It wasn't good enough, but a massive win. And a massive win yesterday for Newcastle against Fulham. I think before the game we had to win that match. The red card did help massively. It did. It helped her. As simple as that. I think it was a clear red. I don't even know why Marco Silva is complaining. Yes, the elbow by Jamal Lascelles was a bit reckless. I don't give him that. But saying that the referee that wasn't a red card is a joke. He literally WWE shit that. It was fucking mad to see, but the red card helped massively, and it was one of them games where it was going to take something, a bit of magic to win it and go forward, and 17-year-old Lewis Miley does a fucking absolutely fair play to the kid. I went to see Shaq last night. He's not even old enough to go to that event, and he's scoring goals in front of the Gallagher. Like, unreal. The second goal, who scored the second goal? I completely forgot. Oh, Almond, it was an open goal. They were checking on offside, canny goal, and had to score it. And the third one, really good by Bruno. I think that was one of Bruno's best games. I want to see 10 out of 10 performance by Bruno on Saturday. Really, really good. Brilliant ball in the box. Nice to see Dan Burn back on the goal scoring sheet. Really good to see. Obviously, he's came back from injury first start and whatnot. But one player that I was surprised that didn't start is Lewis Hall. I was scratching my head going, well, he can't play today. I mean, well, for this game versus Chelsea, I don't think. So why is he not playing him in the Premier League 3 days before we play Chelsea, considering with the injuries and the fitness issues we've got at the squad at the minute? I didn't get that, so we don't know what will happen with Lewis Hall. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Newcastle injury news, I'll quickly mention it now. I don't want to give away the predicted team video too much, but Gordon, I'll mention Gordon in a second. Fabian Shaw, Joe Linton, both came off injured with hamstring issues. Doesn't look too serious, but will be out for this game, as reported by Craig Pope. Gordon's another one. He has been playing with an injury for weeks, but he's too important of a player to drop him and play someone else, considering we've got no cover there. So I expect Gordon to have a bit of a rest against Chelsea, and I swear there might be one more, but I kind of think off the top of my head. Obviously, Isaac, that's it. Groin issue, should be fine for Luton from what I've heard, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Massive one for Newcastle, quarterfinals. I think if I was still in Europe, I would have probably went, look, play the Bairns, play Craftendom out the back, and just don't go for it as much, and just focus on the Champions League in February time. I haven't got enough players, staff to do this week in, week out with the games coming thick and fast. So I think if we didn't have European football, we'll probably leave it a bit and just go with the flow. But I think if we're obviously going out of Europe, the fans still want to see a trophy won. Obviously, I think we should go for it. Now in the cup, we did it last year. We got the final last year. Why can't we do it again? Obviously, it will be tough with Liverpool in it, Chelsea in it, West Ham is still in it. There's a couple of fringe teams in there, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, boys. Massive one on Tuesday night football. Obviously, Newcastle normally play Wednesday during the week. It's never really a Tuesday, but Tuesday night, Carabao Cup, quarter-final. If we win this, we'll go to the semi-final. Obviously, 2 legs, like Southampton last year. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the draw and who we get if we do win. If I've got to give a prediction, it's too hard to give one. I don't know who's actually going to be fit, what the team will be. Obviously, the predicted team is what I'm going off, but will it actually get played? I don't know. Lads, that's in the preview. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next one.